So हम इधर आए हैं, we've entered from street 32 and it's a very sort of hidden house जो शायद एकदम नज़र नहीं आता.
हाँ बिल्कुल ऐसी है. अगेन आसपास what we see उससे काफ़ी डिफरेंट है. I love brick houses though.
Right.
And this looks particularly well done in brick. बहुत simple है. I really like
I feel
how
like
context को उन्होंने use किया.
Apart from just the context, I feel I really like how they've merged the use of bricks with the idea of the angular lines and especially with the louvers. एक sort of जो hidden effect है वो उसके through थोड़ा सा enunciate हो रहा है. Apart from that, I feel like the landscape element, which is sort of brought to life by the tree, the aged tree, which sort of complements the whole texture and the vibe coming from the aged bricks. It's sort of highlighted, and I feel like the warm undertones are giving a nice contrast with the harsh blackness of the gate also. So how about we go inside and have a further look?
I think ये बाहर से भी देख लेते हैं. Again, I love that they've retained the tree, although it does circulation के साथ it does create a problem, but they've used it, they've retained it. इधर एक light post भी लगी है. So again,
sort of does circulation barrier आ रहा है, but I feel like it's a nice sort of privacy का buffer that they've given because road थोड़ी सी busy है इस time पे. Generally be because it cuts through the main F6 wala zone, which is nice. I mean, ठीक है, it's a bit of a barrier, but at the same time I think it's a cool way to sort of give a little bit of a sort of privacy maybe also. Yeah.
बाकी front lawn में I think they've used a generator जिसको शायद cordon off करने के लिए visually अच्छा रहता, but they haven't, but it's okay.
Yeah. I like the whole conical shape of these, sort of like a manicured look.
Landscape में they haven't gone overboard. Front पे landscape में भी even with the elevation. I think brick के लिए you can never go wrong. It always works. Plus you have to have just little details to it. ये matte black इसके साथ it goes well. थोड़ा सा grey है that goes well.
Right.
थोड़ा सा wood है that works as well. तो again I think this is great. Maybe just अगर they would have created some volume. क्योंकि you do have extension for it. थोड़ा सा एक volume किया जाता तो शायद और बेहतर होता. But again, this works well. I think this is good.
सही. So at a first glance, it's a very sort of like open garage space, driveway space that we see. There's a few landscape elements. I see like a stone wall, which is sort of giving like a hidden element of maybe what's happening on the other side.
Again, I think the stone wall is hiding a landscape feature over there. It does look nice. It has a small gate to it. और I think the stone maybe ये flooring के साथ इतना अच्छा merge नहीं कर रहा. बाहर what they used on the flooring वो शायद अच्छा रहा. This has maybe a little too color to it, but I like the fact that उसके पीछे एक अच्छा landscape feature नजर आ रहा है.
शायद maybe I think एक visual sort of उन्होंने textural feel ज़रा differentiate करने की कोशिश की है, but I feel like if they were probably going with the whole brick vibe, maybe they should have continued that, maybe with some voids. I'm not too sure, but I do like the monstera that they've put over here. I think that's a nice touch to the whole landscape element. I like how it visually sort of distracts you from the whole harshness or maybe the angularness of the space. So that's nice.
Yeah, it is. उसके अलावा I really like these planters though. They're very nice. You don't see them usually इस तरह के जो ये वाले हैं सदरा. I think you do see these a lot. Again, market में शायद ये ज़्यादा available हैं, but these do stand out और ये काफ़ी अच्छे हैं. I think they should have used these a lot. Yeah.
But I feel like if अगर वो इधर और ज़्यादा डालते, they might have compromised on like maybe the usability of the space. That's also something that you might want to consider. But आइए चलें, let's go inside and see.
Okay.
It's a very inviting entrance. Lots of greenery, which is nice.
Yeah.
Again, वही वाले planters जो आपने पहले bar mention किए थे, but obviously maybe just a different materiality altogether. The doors are also very interesting. They've got a whole different sort of paneling and design.
I really like these छोटी सी river type details हैं. They've sort of retained that. Islamabad क्योंकि इतना green है तो they have sort of continued all the plantation inside as you move along बाहर से अंदर. तो I think हर घर में भी ये होना चाहिए. we go for a lot of hard landscape और वो भी ठीक है पर plantation को उस तरह से continue करके अंदर लाना it's always nice.
Sort of bringing the whole life inside the house also, which is nice. Asha, Yousaf, tell me, what do you think about the flooring as soon as you enter the house? What do you think about the materiality? एकदम आपके ऊपर एक visual, it's just like a pop of color.
It's
maybe
a little too much, but again I really like इस तरह का chevron patterns. I really love them. और again, not all clients go for them.
हाँ.
But maybe they've used, you know, maybe a little too much textures in there. शायद एक दो तीन पे रोक देते, I don't know, तो शायद वो बेहतर रहता. Again with the courtyard at the back, this is a very photogenic place to be.
हाँ, बिल्कुल.
तो again इसमें materials में I guess marble शायद ना होता. Again ये contrasting था तो maybe wicker के साथ ही कुछ होता.
सही.
But this does look well और इस जगह का impact is nice.
Right, so जिस तरह अभी हमने enter किया है ना, you see this really interesting geometric pattern एकदम से आपके सामने, which sort of dies down, Yousaf, I think because of the grayness of it. It's a lovely tone, but I feel like जो एक sort of contrast शायद brick के साथ इधर आ रहा है, it could have been more enhanced. Maybe with the same brick sort of fenestration thing going, or maybe like a little bit of a play with the voids जो उन्होंने cubes के साथ create किए हैं. What do you think?
I think इधर I really like it, लेकिन मुझे लगता है अगर direct sunlight इधर होती, इसी शायद orientation change की जाती, maybe at a different time of a day, ये it does stand out और ये अच्छा लग रहा है. Again I see lighting going on, उधर niches बनी हुई हैं और इसमें depth create हो रही है. I think it looks okay.
I feel like maybe इस दीवार में शायद अगर और natural element as maybe like a vertical green wall आ जाती with natural plants rather than maybe, you know, artificial ones, it would have been, I think, थोड़ा सा एक और इसको sort of wow factor शायद maybe could have been enhanced.
यार हाँ, लेकिन I think the whole minimal nature जो बाहर patio की भी है plus of this place as well, शायद vegetation से वो overlook हो जाती है, and I think that's not a good thing.
हाँ.
और I wish कि water body की आवाज़ होती, this is just on mute और this is slightly odd.
It's a bit off, yeah. But anyway, this is the powder room, I think, and either be there's also like a whole new level of materiality happening. I feel like every room is a different story, which is nice. Darwaze ka pattern is cool, you know, it's a very quirky, sort of out of the box, very unconventional powder room sort of feel to it, maybe. You know, maybe trying to make it a bit more fancy for guests. I don't know.
Yeah, I guess. But I really like polish ka color is slightly not what you usually see. But it goes well with the wall, I think. This is okay. Plus again, powder ke liye I think this is just a lot of one type of material, maybe thoda sa contrast.
Textures are nice, so I think I really like the whole effect of this light over here. It's very, you know, we sort of quirky si vibe hai is jagah ki. But let's move on here. This is the drawing room. I think visually it's nice because it's connected with two open areas. So it's a very inviting place for guests, maybe just to maybe hang out during the day, read a book, have a cup of tea. बंदा आराम से इधर बैठे, धूप भी अच्छी है, सर्दियों में it would be a nice spot to just, you know, chill and at the same time वही वाली I feel like वो जो बात यूसुफ आपने वो फाउंटेन वाली की थी, it's on mute, अगर मैं इधर बैठी भी होती तो अगर कुछ सुनाई दे, हाँ, it would have been good.
With the ongoing traffic मेरा ख्याल है वो थोड़ा सा एक noise buffer create हो जाता तो it would have been well.
Yeah.
तो that's good. और बाकी लेकिन मेरा ख्याल है this space does captured the essence of the house, the courtyard and the patio outside.
Yeah.
So this is a good room.
Like it's a nice sort of sandwich between two major landscape elements of the house. So how about we go have a look at this little patio outside?
Okay, I think the opening's here.
Acha.
इस तरफ से.
Sahi. Again, at first, maybe a little step here would have been nice because it's a bit of an element of like surprise. अगर किसी को ना पता हो तो शायद I don't know. I'd probably slip if I'm such a klutz. But क्या कहते हैं? But this is a nice little green pocket in the house. I'm all for patios. I'm all for green spaces. I really like the whole calmness of this area. I like the fact that they've incorporated different types of plants. You've got succulents. You've got ferns. So colors भी बहुत मजे के हैं. the floor, that sort of also creates a very, there's a lot of texture happening here. Brick भी है, वो stone भी आ जाता है पीछे जो हमने entry के वक्त देखा था. There's a lot of cacti also, so it's very interesting. Very it's a nice place to sit maybe and hang out with family or friends.
Again, मेरा ख्याल है with इतनी छोटी amount of space, they've sort of done the right job.
Yeah.
इस पे I really like ये जो this is a louvers से जो उन्होंने बनाया. This is metal, right? This is metal, but again polish अच्छी है. This is finishing is good.
Yeah.
I like the hanging plants.
सही.
और again वो bird baths भी हैं. I was really looking forward to maybe a bigger bird bath.
Yeah. But I feel like given the dimensions of the space, I think it's a nice small architectural solution, and it's giving you a nice cozy corner in the house. I feel like क्योंकि दो हैं, तो I think it works well.
Yeah, I guess again front landscape में as in जो भी front lawns हैं, considering घर was 40 by 120, this is sort of a good space to be. उन्होंने the architect does I know.
I think he's considered.
He's seen this well. और ठीक है.
Let's go back inside and see what else we have to have a look at. Now going towards the living area of the house.
Okay.
It's very interesting.
Yeah, again, मेरा ख्याल है outdoors or even with the landscape there was a minimal tone going on. Or somehow either it's a little too much overpowering. There's a lot going on over here.
Sahi. I feel like maybe the fact that they've used lots of yellows, tones of yellows, maybe they've unconsciously tried to create like a chirpiness to a living area, but perhaps thodi si, it's a bit too loud for me, maybe. But again, I feel like the whole element of this really long window that goes over here that's connecting with the void outside, uska bada mazedar. I'd love to have, sit here and have breakfast in the morning maybe. It's a wonderful view to have. To us tarah se thoda bahut, it's a good visual connection.
Or I think this is bringing a lot of light. Achhi natural light aa rahi hai. So this is good. And this has access as well. And we do have pani ki awaaz over here.
You do. It's not on mute.
Yeah. So maybe it's the windows then.
Possibly.
Yeah. Windows में openings हर तरफ होनी चाहिए. So it does, create.
I think it probably just serves more of a visual rather than an acoustic connection. So,
Okay. That's good then.
How about we go back and have a further look at the dining space?
Okay, this is nice. I think this is an actual tree trunk they've
reused it.
Yeah.
Nice. Interesting.
So, this is good.
और मतलब इधर से भी आपको फिर भी एक visual connection बाहर की आ रही है. So it's nice, it's not completely sidelined. Just not typically आपको drawing room या dining room sort of एक, side पे बंद कर दिया जाता है. So it's still nice. एक sort of connection is still being established within.
ठीक है, लेकिन I would still prefer, I guess, to be here. इधर जो भी डाइनिंग करूँगा, this is my perfect spot for the house.
Yeah.
वो वाला is, I guess, more formal. तो I would not probably, be going over there.
Are those orchids real? No. Okay. Sorry.
Okay.
Anyway. Sahi.
Okay. So this is the lounge again. I think. Lots of color going on.
And I think one important thing which I think the architect has perhaps tried to create in the house is जब आप उधर से enter करते हो from the main area जो हमारा foyer था, there's like a very direct linear connection that is being established with this wall which he's tried to create through these voids. So and it's an interesting element of मतलब एक element of maybe wanting you to go on a further journey within the house. So वो sort of एक element of mystery भी शायद continue हो रहा है from the foyer कि you've got so many different options, where will you go? But ये एक linearity जो इधर आ रही है वो ज़रा it's
again मेरा ख्याल है again 40 by 120 plot size था, तो they have sort of used it to their benefit.
Possibly.
इतनी openness है, you एक axis के along आप you can see from one end to the another. So this is a good thing again. This is something nice the architect has used.
Yeah. Again, lots of texture, lots of color. So.
अच्छा, with furniture, I think if you want to go with something like this, एक वो बड़ा new eclectic type. There's this trending furniture going on.
सही.
It's very organic. no quilting, I guess ये quilting भी थोड़ी सी does go off. तो if you know मेरे हिसाब से that's a good thing to go to, तो वो use किया जाता तो शायद that would have been nice.
ठीक. So we're going to have a look at the kitchen again. It's the same door framing that we saw earlier on, जो powder room वाली जगह थी. So that's interesting. We've got a kitchen here. I really like the color tone of maybe the counters. It's nice and sort of clarity मिलती है आपको. I don't like a very cluttered kitchen, so it's nice to have this. I think the whiteness sort of gives a nice disparity of space. जो छत है उसके ऊपर भी if we notice, Yousaf, if you can see the light fixtures that have been used, they're very unique, I think.
Yeah, I think, yeah.
False ceiling भी है, but I feel like kitchens को ज़रा एक lighter tone में होना चाहिए. I feel maybe the ochreness is a bit towards of the fixtures, like the cabinets के colors जो ये सारे इस तरह use हुए हुए हैं. Bit too dark for my taste. Maybe the kitchen should be a lively space where you can actually, maybe that yellowness जो उधर थी शायद इधर अगर होती तो वो ज़रा color psychology के साथ भी बात चलती है.
Maybe वो चीज़ flow करके इधर आती तो बेहतर था. But I think this is okay. Again एक चीज़ जो मैं देख रहा हूँ कि ये brick out of the blue एकदम दोबारा आ गई है. अंदर आ गई. जो हमने बाहर देखी थी. जो इंटीरियर में हमने सॉर्ट ऑफ हम बुला गए थे कि ये भी यूज़ हो रहा है. दिस इज़ नाइस. कि मेरा ख्याल है ब्रिक इंटीरियर में और जगह भी यूज़ होती तो इट वुड हैव बीन गुड.
पॉसिबली.
बाकी दिस इज़ आई थिंक इट्स अ नाइस विंडो फॉर किचन. किचन की विंडोज वी यूजुअली डू ओवरलुक देम और इट्स लुकिंग एट द सेटबैक.
सही.
हमारे
आई थिंक थोड़ा बहुत सेटबैक उधर ट्राई टू गिव अ लिटिल बिट ऑफ लाइफ विद द प्लांटर्स अगेन. मतलब I think if I am in the kitchen and if I'm doing anything like maybe washing dishes या खाना पका रही हूँ, a good view would be nice.
It would be actually.
It would be. Depending on the location or maybe site constraints वो भी consider करना पड़ना चाहिए. So ये है. But moving on, let's see what else. I think the ground floor has. We'll focus on the staircase and this little nook that they've made. Mostly for decorative purposes, I believe. कोई ऐसा कोई इसका functional element नहीं है. It's probably buffering a lot of wiring and boxes that I can see at the back, which is nice. Using design to sort of cater to the camouflage element within a house also. अच्छा, Yousaf, look at your back. Do you see that panel जो बिल्कुल खिड़की के पीछे है?
I do.
Very, very different. I think that's how they've probably tried to bring वो जो दीवार पीछे एकदम sort of एक आपको dead end दे रही है घर के setback की, because it's quite a tall wall as a boundary wall, isn't it?
It is. Again, I think ये staircase है because it is supposed to go all the way. लेकिन ये this is nice. Is this a painting या क्या है ये?
I think it's a Panaflex or is it?
I don't see how they've used it.
I'm not entirely sure ये कैसी है. So this stairwell sort of, I really like the
wood floor.
Yeah, it's very different.
This is nice. मेरा ख्याल है घर में they would have used more wood तो वो अच्छा.
Possibly, हाँ. वो I feel like there's like a एकदम textural जो एक materiality का एकदम element of surprise. Like my eyes are constantly trying to fixate myself कि what's coming next. I'm just wondering कि अब ये है तो फिर wood है तो फिर marble है. So it's interesting उस तरह से. But this the stairwell. There's a lot of botanical illustrations happening. So maybe that's another thematic thing that maybe the residents of the house are really keen on. Again, landscape wala element मुझे 2D में भी नज़र आ रहा है. So that's interesting.
I really like landscape में जो elements थे they are all good.
Right.
और इसमें भी they haven't gone too crazy with it.
Yeah.
But this is nice. Yeah. This is like just जितना चाहिए उतना है, the right amount.
Right amount, correct. And I like the fact that it's matlab, हालांकि when you stand here, the neighbors can have a very direct visual connection, so there's a little bit of a privacy concern. But it's been catered to through these these sort of screens that they've put, which is nice.
और again मेरा ख्याल है इधर ये wood floor this does go well.
Yeah.
और this room is far better than I guess बाहर जो काफ़ी कुछ हो रहा था. बाहर was I think it's like a movie. एक बहुत फर्क कैरेक्टर था and he's been through something and ये एक बहुत फर्क चीज़ है. So this is just
like I actually feel comfortable मतलब in the sense that you come into this room and there's a lot of calm. But again, flooring is of a completely different tone. which is interesting. That's the fourth different flooring that we've seen thus far. What do you think about this wall? जिसके ऊपर ये texture
This is okay, I guess. Again, वो बाहर वाली break ही शायद continue होती wouldn't have been so bad, but this looks okay.
ठीक है. So now we have this stairwell that's showing us different connections inside the house. I think ये basement की तरफ भी जा रही है. So that's one sort of floor level of the house also that existed. How about we make our way and see how this takes us towards the first floor? Yep.
ठीक है, after you.
Thank you.
तो अगेन मुझे लगता है नेचुरल लाइट अच्छी काफ़ी सारी यूज़ की हुई है. वॉइड के साथ जनरली सम आर्किटेक्ट्स डू प्लेस द स्टेयरकेस नेक्स्ट टू द वॉइड, और मेरा ख्याल है दैट इज सॉर्ट ऑफ
दिस इज रियली डीप
वेस्टिंग ऑन द नेचुरल लाइट और यूजेबिलिटी.
सही, दैट्स राइट.
तो दिस इज गुड. और ये प्लांटर, आई रियली लाइक दिस प्लांटर्स दो.
या
ये अच्छे हैं.
This is an interesting sort of nook.
Yeah, ये वाली nook is I think better than the one on the ground floor. This is very, मुझे लग रहा है well designed. उसमें there was a little too much going on.
हाँ.
ये अच्छी है. This can probably work as a good workstation type कोई जगह भी बन सकती है. As in I can probably read a book over here अगर I want isolation.
They've also given a little bit of storage which is nice. बंदा इधर बैठे. They've got little things happening inside also, which is good. Storage के साथ थोड़ी सी एक study space informal सी बंदा बना ले, which is good. Alright, let's there's another sort of little lounge on this floor with a kitchenette, which is interesting. Again, almariyon pe bhi they've created this sort of texture inside the kitchen. Oh, sorry, this is the fridge. Oh, wow.
This is good.
Okay. Sahi. I think this place has okay. So more light. ठीक है.
Okay. This is good.
सही. Interesting.
पर again I think इसकी इतनी ज़रूरत नहीं है because we do have natural light.
But I do think आपने light on किया, the place has become a bit more enhanced. It was a bit dark. So I do think the lights do give a little bit of a more bright outlook to the kitchen. So I like the fact that this island is here. It's very interesting. And oh, they also have a Dyson, which is nice. It's a very good vacuum.
बाकी ये सीलिंग पे भी I guess ये थोड़ा सा जो
They've continued that
किचन
pattern.
को थोड़ा सा हाईलाइट किया है. This is working well. This is good.
It is.
उसके साथ उन्होंने lights. There's a lot of lights and ornamentation going on. लेकिन this is working well.
Right. It's a nice cozy corner, I think. ऊपर भी sort of एक उन्होंने supplementary space because I feel like it's a multi-family unit, so it's a good sort of I think उस तरह से they've catered to multiple maybe members of the house, which is nice. Again, we see the yellow upstairs also, which is creating a nice, interesting contrast. Paintings भी मज़ेदार हैं. It's interesting.
नीचे वाली I think paintings were a bit minimal in nature. ये वाली are slightly different. This is good. और मुझे लगता है this is a good option for the light they've used. इसका structure it's very flimsy, लेकिन मतलब
But I think
it does help overlook to the courtyard. मतलब इधर कुछ बल्कि होता तो would have
But I feel like I really like the fact that they've chosen like this fixture of a chandelier, and I think it does complement like the linearity of the house. So I think उसको दिमाग में रखते हुए I think it goes with the whole sort of this angularness that the shape of the house is creating. So ये है.
ठीक है. और again glass railing, all materials used are actually helping you see the courtyard. This is good.
सही.
This worked well.
And if you notice, there's like a different type of marble flooring which is used on this floor. So it's probably giving a much more, different outlook to the space also.
It's easy on the eye, I guess. ये वाला is a little bit.
सही.
Or again, hats off to whoever did the plantation. They have continued it through the house.
Yeah.
Which is great.
Sahi. How about we have a further look at this space? Yep. Again, same door. I think it's nice. The same angularness, the lines. It's very interesting. Right. I think this is probably Is this the master bed? I'm not too sure.
I'll see.
Yeah. Nice. Sahi. I really like this study corner जो उन्होंने इधर बनाया हुआ है, and I like the fact that it's just sandwiched between two windows. उस तरह की एक वो जो एक typical study corners और like जो हमने बाहर भी देखा था, which is very interesting. I like the fact that they've used very unconventional methods to establish study spaces. I feel like especially even after the pandemic, it's a nice sort of take on things. But the balcony is a nice addition.
This is a nice nook. और मेरा ख्याल है ये this does look like upcycled furniture. This is not from this time. थोड़ा पुराना लग रहा है.
It does. It does. So it's a nice blend
नीचे
also.
भी I think they have used एक cupboard थी. They have used
in the guest room downstairs. Yes, they have. I believe it's also a nice way that I think from my understanding वो उनके parents के time का था. So it's a nice way of sort of retaining family tradition also within the house.
अच्छा इधर I was expecting more plantation but somehow I do not see any plantation at all. अब I'm not sure why that's intentional.
I feel like maybe they've left it as a fill in the blank. I think over time they might design the space to their requirement, जिस तरह नीचे उन्होंने patio design किया हुआ है. I think this place has wonderful potential to achieve the same effect, especially with this roofing and these louvers that they've made. I think it has a lot of potential with the same ivy and the same pothos vines going. I think it would be a nice visual to have if I'm just sitting on the study and working. So ये है.
Again, this is sort of a blank canvas that
can be
filled. Is asking for attention.
So we're going to have a look at
another bedroom.
I would really
like to see कि वो जो void है. I would like to see कि
वो इधर
bedrooms में भी continuation में आ रहे हैं.
Okay, it's a bit dark.
Okay, this looks like the kids' bed.
Sahi. All right, Dexter's lab. Never gets old. Very nice. Very if I was a kid, I'd probably be happy.
Show the character of the room.
Yeah.
अच्छा. So the void.
Void है इधर से भी?
This is good.
चलो, that's nice. I think बच्चा बड़ा होगा तो उसको कदर आ ही जाएगी void की. At some point he'll move beyond Dexter, which is nice. Sahi. So it's nice. This room also has enough natural light, which I was a bit concerned about while coming in. But it's not been overlooked, which is good. And again, there is some green that your eyes do see, which I think is important for children also. It does play an important part for their well-being also. Right, I think there is a little wardrobe space here that we had to have a look at, so we'll just see that. So there's like a little wardrobe area, which is nice. It's got lots of cupboards, so lots of storage space. Attached with this room is this
probably the washroom.
Yep. So we've got that happening here as well.
We've got some rolling stones here as well.
We do this Scarface. So kid has a nice taste, yeah. Dexter and Scarface. And anime. Lots happening. Sahi. Take. Again, bathroom के अंदर भी जो tones use की हुई हैं, they're very neutral, so easy on the eyes, and I think it ticks all the boxes that you need when it comes to a toilet.
yeah, it does. Or I think this is a good thing to have. This wall, it sort of bifurcates the space, but I really like कि इस तरह का कुछ element bathroom में use किया जाए. It's always good to have these.
Sahi.
So let's move on to the next bedroom.
Yep, all right. I like the fact that idhar jate hue, it's sort of like a journey that we're going towards. There's the same linearity that we experienced downstairs, but in the opposite direction. And again, lots of natural light. Wahi window, जो हमें ground floor से वो ज़बरदस्त किस्म का एक, this openness, this feel of openness that we got. And again, I can, there's also like a visual connection being established.
अगर मेरे दिमाग में एक चीज़ जो instinctively आ रही है, screen शायद ऊपर तक जा रही होती है. I wasn't, overlooking what my neighbors were up to.
This is the master bed. All right. Take. Again, lots of natural light, and I think the first thing that I noticed are those louvers that I saw while we were in the street. And very interesting thing about these louvers is कि सारे mechanically operated है. तो मैं इनको अगर इस side वाले करूँगी is the first 3 move and then the other 3.
I think you should check it out.
Yeah,
why don't we?
Be my guest.
Okay, this is good, yeah. Again, I think you don't see things like this as often as we should.
Don't. Yeah.
Considering idhar ka climate is a little too, challenging to work with.
I really like the shadow play that's happening when you're moving the louvers. Very interesting. Nice light play that's happening within and without the room. And it's a very unconventional take. Usually I would imagine a master bed जो एक balcony के साथ connected होगा. मतलब बहुत ही वो एक orthodox take होती है. But this is interesting,
So the amount of light coming in is just, it's good.
Yeah, I think it's the right amount. It's not too much and it's not too less either.
Plus, if it's something that you can control, so, that's a plus point.
Yeah. See, so this is a little dressing area. It's a nice nook that they've made. Nice corner. So that's that. They've got a little living sort of उन्होंने अपने लिए एक space इधर सी बनाई हुई है, which is nice. So again, this is a very nice cozy corner जो उन्होंने अपने कमरे में भी बनाया हुआ है. And if you notice, Yousaf, there's a little window that has also been designated to this room, and it does look into the same void.
और मेरा ख्याल है again इसकी it does have इतना ऊंचा से level because it does not overlook the neighbors. So this is sort of privacy.
It's been catered to, which is good. I think at the same time you've got 2 inlets of natural light, which is good. You've got these interesting fixtures for cupboards over here as well. So there's ample of space for storage also, I guess.
Okay, let's check out the bathroom.
Sahi. Also, they've used really interesting glazed tiles here, which are blue in color, so easy on the eyes. I really like the round mirror theme happening also. It's very different.
It should have a light to it as well.
Yeah.
Does it?
Yes.
So this is
great.
Nice.
Okay.
Or again, I think terracotta के साथ glazed tiles always work well. It's a nice combo to have.
It is.
But यही है कि because
and I like the fact, go ahead.
मतलब there was again too much going on outside. Terracotta के साथ ही maybe उसी color theme में चलती रहती चीजें, तो that would have been better.
Very interesting light fixtures also, and I like the fact कि उन्होंने bathroom के अंदर they've paid attention to detail, which is nice. I mean, I feel like we tend to overlook the importance that bathrooms have in our life, so it's good to see that happening here.
Or again, we do see bifurcate करने के लिए they have a wall over here. So this is a good element to have. If you have a good size washroom,
right,
this actually complements the whole theme. So it's a good thing to have.
It does. And if you notice also, Yousaf, the bathroom also has enough cabinets and cupboards for storage purposes also, which is good. Matlab, I think space ko us tarah se they've efficiently used it.
Chalo, let's move to the
rooftop, I think. Yeah, so we'll go make our way back towards the staircase. So we're making our way upstairs, and like I was saying, the same boundary walls being continued all the way up with that very interesting panel. So we're making our way out to the rooftop. I think the main access point is probably through here.
Okay. और ये I do see एकदम से corrugated sheet का. They have a laundry room sort of makeshift है, लेकिन.
All right, सही.
It's working well.
So we're on the roof and we have this beautiful view. The first thing that I see is Faisal Masjid and the Margla Hills. It's a very picturesque sort of view. और उन्होंने बड़ी मज़े की इधर I feel like concrete benches बनाई हुई हैं, so there's nothing
too fancy going on. Yeah.
Very minimalist vibe, and the view is very interesting.
Yeah, Islamabad is a beautiful capital, I must say.
And the same greenery that I feel like they continued Bahar se hi, it just comes full circle here. So I think this is probably like maybe the climax of all visual experiences that you go through within the house. So I think it's wonderfully been catered to.
और again मेरा ख्याल है front terrace से ज़्यादा बेहतर जो है यही रेयर
हाँ
टेरेस है that overlooks the Margala Hills.
true
और इसमें भी again it's I like the bench again. ये शायद काफ़ी ज़्यादा सीटिंग एकोमोडेट कर ले.
सही
Although कोई एक्टिविटी बेस्ड कुछ शायद होना चाहिए था. I don't know, maybe a fire pit would have been well. कोई वाटर बॉडी हो सकती थी शायद या इस तरह कुछ और ऐड किया जा सकता था.
सही. Again I feel like this is another blank canvas just like the balcony जो हमने नीचे देखी थी. So I feel like it does have the potential to be you know catered to at some point, and we've got these steps heading down, and I think ये looks into the house again. So ये भी एक इधर sort of they have this nice level play maybe.
हाँ मेरा ख्याल है this can accommodate मतलब as in a big gathering.
हाँ
तो you have people going in you know
and
different
out.
groups
Yeah.
पे बैठते हैं.
सही.
So this is good for that.
Sahi, it's a nice and I feel like the screen does serving that segregational purpose also of spaces. So Yousaf, would you like to summarize your experience today?
Yeah, again it was a good project to see. बाहर से what I had in mind उससे interior थोड़ा different था. But you had brick and it was very simple. When you moved inside, there's a lot of things going on. But again, I think interiors में clients do intend to step in and take charge.
Sahi.
So overlooking that, again, it's a nice project. I like the placement of the voids. एक में there was a surprise element. एक जो है it's open and it's sort of overlooking most of the house on the front.
Sahi.
So this is again a very good thing. They've used a lot of plantation, which is also well. So I would say it's a good project.
Yeah. And I'd like to add on to what I was talking about, how they've brought in this wonderful merger between the traditional element of the bricks, and then when you come inside, the geometry is so modern, and it's probably not a very conventional take on how you would translate the language जो एक brick घर के अंदर शायद dictate करे. The same thing that you talked about when other people come in board and interiors and ये वो सारा आ जाता है. So I think it's a wonderful merger between something traditional and eclectic, and I think given the spatial quality of the plot that and the constraints of the plot and the site, I think they've managed to develop something very cohesive. And घर को उन्होंने voids के through और natural light के through एक enhance करने की कोशिश की, which has I think fallen wonderfully into place.
Yeah, again this is a 40 by 120 plot और with a distinctive plot size उसके अपने challenges होते हैं.
सही.
Plus they have more than one family living here, so that's a lot going on. उसके बावजूद spatial arrangement is up to the mark.
Right.
It's a good project.
Bilkul. So and I'd also like to add on that this has been powered by Banjaiga, and we've gotten the opportunity to come and conduct this tour, which has been a wonderful experience. So that's about it, I guess.